Hey y'all, it's me, Niecielynn. I hope you're having a great Friday. I am off to a later start than usual. Yike. So we're going to jump right in. I want to thank you all for the comments and the questions and watching last week. It was fabulous to hear from all y'all and hear your comments. And I love when y'all try to put all the words into sentences. That's my favorite. So I enjoy reading them. I was slow getting to comments this week. We had to do we're trying some med changes with mom, so that kind of took a little bit of time up this week. So I got them all done, but it took me a little bit longer than usual. So thanks for your patience and being patient with me. But we're gonna jump right in and try to get all this race through. Mary Jo is looking for the Lizzie Kate ABCs. I don't have it. I looked for it. I think it's the Christmas ones, and I can't find it. I've never had it, but if any of y'all do, or you see it, you know your LNS has it, holler, because she's looking for it. Shirley Davis and several of y'all, golly, there's so many on here that shared fabulous cardinal experiences, and I told myself that I was not going to, and I tried not to answer everybody with long things because I was trying to get them all caught up. So I did read all y'all's cardinal stories and I enjoyed them so much. Vicki, Shirley, there's so many of y'all. So thank you for those. And I believe they're all true, and I believe they are our loved ones watching out for us. Becky, the Frosted Pumpkin Christmas cookie pattern, I went and looked. I've never done them, and I hadn't seen them. They are so cute. And it just looks like, let me know, message me or something and let me know. It looks like just a little stuffed pillow ornament. And let me know if that's the one, because we can definitely kind of tutorial it up. I know that Kathy Haberman with Hands On Design has a good little pillow tutorial. I think Vonna, I don't think hers has got back up again. If it has, somebody holler. I know somebody hacked and got all hers. So I know that Kathy's, I think, is still up. So, but if not, you can't find one, holler, and we will do one of them if that's the one you're talking about, because those things are so cute. Those Frosted Pumpkin Christmas cookie patterns. If y'all haven't seen them, Becky hollered about them and they're so cute. Judy, when we were talking about Sage Campbell dancing naked at the front door when she was little, she said they were going in the Walmart, and her little daughter, she was pushing the buggy along. You know, you're looking at this, that, and the other thing in the Walmart, and she looked down and her little daughter was naked in the buggy because she wanted to try some clothes on. Well, you know, hey, this buggy is my space. It's like your yoga mat, right? This buggy is my space. So I'm finna get naked in here and try some clothes on. So kids always crack me up because they're living their best life. Sharon, Lois, and Hazel, and I hope I said it right, Lois, not Louise. I think Lois is Lois, but I may have, if I butchered that, I'm sorry. Sent in, they're in Scotland and in England and around the UK. They said that the wild hedgerows grow berries and wild sorrel, raspberries, wild garlic, blackberries, and different things like that. So you can gather them and make salad. And so when I told y'all about we couldn't use wild hedgerow sal because there was a wild hedgerow salad and it would default to that. And I didn't know what that was. So they were sweet enough to write in and tell us, which makes me, you know, it's like poke salad here. I don't know if y'all have that other places. I know around here, and I know they have in Louisiana, poke salad, and it's like a green, kind of like a turnip green or a spinach or something, and it grows in the pasture, and you pick it, and I was always told it's called poke salad because you just pick it and poke it in a sack. We always had little, when we were kids, we picked it, and you put it in like a brown grocery sack, you know, a brown grocery bag, and you poked it in the sack. But then you go home and you wash it and you boil it, and the first water has to be thrown off, or it's poison. That's what I was always told. I don't know anybody that's ever tried it. I don't know if it'll make you sick, it'll kill you, I don't know. But poke salad, and there is a song, Poke Salad Annie, which is a fabulous song, if you have never listened to that. So you can go look up Poke Salad Annie if you want to hear a great song today. But that's what the wild hedgerow salad made me think of, y'all telling about picking them like that. made me think of poke salad and picking poke salad when we were kids. So, and I still love poke salad. So, for what that's worth. Leanne, oh, okay, y'all, this is important. Leanne was lucky enough to meet Jane Greenoff in February. So Jane Greenoff, who is our Wild Hedgerow creator and so many patterns, she is an icon of the cross stitch community forever. She was lucky enough to meet her in February before everything got locked down and all, and she bought an Ada kit from her. And when she was making the purchase, she said to Jane Greenoff, I guess I should try to switch off of Ada and get on to linen. And Jane Greenoff herself said to her, you do this for pleasure. If you like stitching on Ada, you keep stitching on Ada. So there it is, y'all, from one of the end-all do-alls in the cross stitch world. If you enjoy stitching on Ada, stitch on Ada. There's nothing wrong with Ada. It is a beautiful fabric. It can be dyed and the colors can be changed if you stitch on it because it's easier, if you stitch on it because it's easier to see or easier to hold, or for whatever reason you just like the feel of it. Don't feel bad. Do not feel bad about stitching on your Ada. If Jane Greenoff says it's fine, it's fine. That's a word from a real source right there. So all you Ada stitchers, you never have to switch over to linen. Stitch on your Ada, love your Ada. Y'all know I stitch on everything I get my hands on. It doesn't matter to me. I've tried everything nearly, and I've tended to try stitching on something smaller than, I've never tried anything smaller than 32, but I've tried just because, see if I can do it. I don't think I probably can because I don't think I can see it, but do not feel bad about stitching on your Ada. There's nothing wrong with it. It works up just as beautifully. So keep on stitching on your Ada. Oh my gosh, and poor Angela, we're talking about the BB gun, and she didn't want to buy her son a BB gun when he was little. He wanted a BB gun because she said, you'll fall and shoot yourself. You'll fall down and shoot yourself in the hand or whatever. And we all have these things. We talk about your kids, you can't, it's dangerous. Well, we always end up getting our kids BB guns usually. And he shot himself, I think in the knee, if I can read my horrible writing. They had to take him to the emergency room, of course, to get the BB out. If you don't have a papa or a daddy like mine that'll dig it out for you. And then, because it is a gun wound, it had to be reported to the sheriff. Yes, a BB gun. Lord have mercy. Thank goodness they knew the sheriff. And Marion, I have wondered about this, and I've talked about it on here before. Marion is in the UK, and we've talked about there are places that there aren't cardinals. I know further up north, some of the places the cardinals don't go to. I assumed they were everywhere in North America, but they're not. And Marion sent in from the UK, they're saying there is when a robin appears, loved ones are near. So that is, it is like geographical. Wherever you are, there are birds that people associate with their loved ones coming to visit. So that made me happy that everybody has a bird that they can see and think about their loved ones and know that they're kind of watching out for them. Debbie sent in that she would understand, she would understand because I would have to mail something to Australia if she won. I mailed to Australia, I've mailed to England, Scotland. Y'all don't enter, and somebody else in Saudi Arabia said the same thing. Don't not enter just because you think it costs a lot to mail it. It takes a long time, but what I've sent to Australia, it cost not a lot more. It did take a long time for it to get there. I mean, weeks. It took weeks for it to get there. But that's what those ads are for. I toyed with not putting the ads on there. And then I realized that that would free up a lot more shipping and things. I wouldn't have to worry about taking money out of my household money, other money. I could just have carte blanche to do whatever with this. So y'all, wherever you are, enter, and that's what the ads are for. The ads they're paying for some of the giveaways this week, the bag and the 4 new charts and things like that. That's what those are paying for. So don't enter just because you live far away and you think it will cost a lot to mail it. I know some of the stitchers don't use ads, and then it does cost them. And that is, I mean, you know, it does add up. It is considerable. But because of the ads, that's not a concern. The ads cover that cost. You're not getting rich at this, but you make plenty to cover your shipping, or I do. I make plenty so far to cover the shipping and purchases of some charts and things like for the giveaway. So please do not think you're not gonna enter just because you live far away and it'll cost a lot to ship, because that's what the ads, and I have no control over those. Sometimes they're for the strangest things. I don't even know what some of the things are. James asked me one day, he was watching, I said, I don't know what that is. And it's usually, I don't know what it is, it's some kind of technical something, but whatever. I don't have any control over the ads and don't know what they are, but don't not enter just because you think it costs a lot to ship to you, because that's what those ads do. They pay for the shipping wherever it has to go. So enter away, please. And August 21st will be her birthday. And Jan always comments on everything. Happy early birthday, Jan. We won't probably see you on your birthday, or I'll forget before then, because that's how my brain does not work. And so, and I just realized I forgot to put my phone on shut up. Yike, this may be a holy moly. Catherine says she attaches her paper pattern to her alt-light, you know, it has like the stem, and she puts it on a magnet on there, on her alt-light stem. So I thought that was a great idea. So that way your pattern's hanging, you know, and you can just turn and look at your pattern like that. So, and Vicki, I want to hear the whole story about your mama. Vicki said her mom, when she was very sick and about to pass, told her that she would visit her as a dove. She would come see her as a dove, and she did. And I love that. I love that she let Vicki know she was okay, because we worry about our loved ones, whether they're here, whether they're gone, you just worry. And I honestly think they want to come back and see if we're okay and know we're okay. So I love that, Vicki. So yes, email me, whatever, however you want to get in touch with me, because I want to hear that whole story. Paula had talked about the Hedgerow house, changing up the colors. I'll show it in a minute. I'm just pulling my colors as I go and just working through it that way, because I just fly by the seat of my pants like that. It's probably not a great plan. That's probably not even a plan, actually. Plan not to plan, that's my plan. I plan not to plan, and that's my plan. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I would say don't not start just because you haven't pulled all the colors, because that's too much stress for me. Y'all know I don't like starting, and part of that is because I know I'm not gonna use the same colors usually, and it's too much stress for me to go through and try to figure out this, that. I just go as I go. If this says that, then I like that green. I don't like that green. I like this. That's how I do. So that's what I'm doing, planning not to plan, Paula. So on my Hedgerow house, I'm planning not to plan and just going with it. Stitching with the sisterlies, we were talking about loving Halloween, and I'm sure we're still gonna all be sitting here in the lockdown on Halloween. So I want some of y'all geniuses to figure out how we can have a virtual Halloween party. Y'all know I love them, and if you don't watch, you should watch Stitching with the Sisterlies. They're fabulous. And I watch on TV, so I don't ever remember how somebody told me how to comment, and I need to go back and actually do it so I can do it, because I have to do something a couple of times before I remember it. But yeah, I want a virtual Halloween party, because I'm sure we're all still gonna be sitting here in our houses like this. So that's my plan for Halloween. Oh my gosh, and Kathy said, talking about the BB guns again, circle back. Her Sunday school, which I assume is, she said her Bible teacher, which I think is always your Sunday school teacher, maybe not. They got their son a BB gun, and then he shot out all their neighbors' Christmas lights. Now listen here, I know he probably got in trouble, but he's a little crack shot. I want to give credit where credit's due. Now, he's shooting out all them Christmas lights with a BB gun, because those aren't, you know, incredibly accurate, let's be honest. Especially if this didn't happen real recently. He has got a good eye on him, so I hope he didn't get in too much trouble, and I hope they put him in some shooting competitions, or at least took him hunting for dinner. Holly is a healthcare worker. Holly, I'm not going to say her last name, I started to. Sometimes I say that and I never know if I should or not. Holly is a healthcare worker, and we've talked back and forth forever now, and I enjoy hearing from y'all, and that way I know y'all are okay and everything. But she has to get tested weekly she has to get a COVID test every week. And some of y'all going back to school, the teachers are going to have to get tested more regularly and everything. She says it helps a lot if you will tilt your head back and then like do your top lip down over your teeth, like if you were a man shaving, you know, like, and you know, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, that's what Facebook's gonna pick for my cover photo. We'll get back to that in a minute. But if you will do that and tilt your head back and go like that, she says it's not as painful. It straightens everything up some, I guess. So that is some advice for y'all from her, and she has to do it all the time since everybody's gonna have to start getting tested a lot now that schools are going and stuff. Some of y'all are gonna have to start going on the regular. So I hope that helps, because yikes. Vicky said the Home Shopping Network. I know some of y'all have had trouble finding, and I put my thing on this today so I could, this little triangle pillow thing that I put my charts on. She said the Home Shopping Network had them. So you might look on there, because somebody messaged that their Walmart didn't have any. So you might try the Home Shopping Network. I don't know how that thing works. I know it's there, but you might try on there and look, because if you can't find one I know Walmart had them, and somebody said the Walgreens had them in the as seen on TV part. There's a part that has that. So, but if you can't find them those two places, try the Home Shopping Network. James keeps everything off our TV that he doesn't watch, and so I don't know how all that works, but the girls don't let me watch anything but cartoons anyway, let's be honest. So, oh my gosh, and Jacqueline, here again, we're back to the kids dancing. Her daughter ripped her bottoms off, the bottoms of her britches off, and was dancing without her britches on up at the altar in the Catholic church where they go. Well, Jacqueline, we know you got to the top of the prayer list. Boom, straight to the top of the prayer chain you went, Jacqueline, for raising that heathen child. You know you did. I love it. I love it, because all I could think of when she was telling me about it was, I think is it 2 Samuel, where David danced and leapt before the Lord. There was nothing in that baby's heart but joy, and she was nothing but happy. So, but Jacqueline, you know you did. You went straight to the top of that prayer chain. Boom, there you were. I love it. Oh my gosh, Donna. Okay. Donna is the one, Donna told her son that he would fall and shoot himself if she got him a BB gun. No, she wasn't gonna get him a BB gun because he'd fall and shoot himself. Fall and shoot yourself, you'll fall and shoot yourself in the hand, I'm not giving you a BB gun. So they finally go through all these safety lessons with him when he's a kid and get him the BB gun. In his 20s, he finally comes clean that he did fall and shoot himself in the hand with the BB gun. And now they have to go have the BB removed because it's been in there all this time and it's causing nerve pain. So it's hilarious what guys will do, especially all children, but guys will do, especially to keep from getting caught out. James Williams has a notch out of his shin that I can stick my thumb in. It's that deep and that long. But his parents would never get him a dirt bike, and he always wanted to ride dirt bike and everything. And he went to a friend's house, so he had to pretend like he knew how to ride. Well, of course, he ate it, wrecked it, fell off, and then when he did, he had on, of course, cowboy boots, and his, but they were ropers, so they had the low top. So right at where the leather would stop, which is about mid-shin, that peg caught his shin and dug out a huge divot in it. And I'm sure it had to have broke his leg. It had to have fractured his leg. There's no way it didn't. but he hobbled back to the house, couldn't say anything to his parents because he wasn't supposed to even be on the dirt bike at all. So when our kids were young, and of course CJ, Keely, Micah, they all went everywhere. He made sure they all knew how to ride everything. Micah can ride a motorcycle. They all knew how to ride. They started out with little go-karts and four-wheelers and motorcycles. They had dirt bikes. They had everything. CJ one time managed to flip his go-kart end over end, not roll it. All kids roll their golf cart, right? Like their go-kart, like this. All kids roll their go-kart. I don't know why they do. You know, you have them roll cages on them, so it's okay. CJ managed to flip his end over end, like this. Dun, 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 dun. If we'd have had a video camera back then, we'd be rich as all get out. That was something to see. He was fine because he was strapped in, and he went on to wreck many things after that, but they are kids, just the things you find out that they don't tell. And I was thinking about that, and then one of y'all made the comment, y'all used the word pumpkin as pumpkin pie was your word, was the way you put to use the word pumpkin, which I had not thought about this in a long time. So thank you for saying that. One year at Thanksgiving, I'm the pie maker in our family. We all have a big family dinner, and I used to make all the pies. I'm the pie maker. And because I like to make crust and everything, so I'd made my pecan pies, you know, and you stir up the filling. You can only, I don't know why, but you can only make the filling for them one at a time. So I'd done that. And then I was doing 2 pumpkin pies. And I was over there, and James Williams says, you know, I'm gonna get this video camera, and we're gonna use it this year. We're gonna use it this year. We never use this thing, and we use it. I said, whatever. I'm in there, I'm cooking away. So he goes and gets it, and he's, you know, clearing the memory tape, whatever that thing was back then. And he says, hey, I need you to come here. I said, look, I'm busy. He said, you're always busy, which is another thing we talk about all the time. I'm always busy. I said, I'm busy in here. He said, no, I need you to come in here right now. I said, I ain't got time for you. I am making pies. He said, stop what you're doing and come in here. I go in there, and he has rewound that tape. And on that tape is my little baby son, which now he must have been a freshman this year because he wasn't driving, okay? He didn't drive at this time. And some of the older boys who were, Micah was older than him, CJ was the oldest, and then Micah, and then Keely. So they were CJ born in 87, Micah born in 89, and Keely born in 92. I recognized the other voices on this tape as some of Micah's boyfriend and some of the boys that age. They had driven him over to a boy's house. The boy's mama was a judge. To fight. And he goes, they literally have the tape running, and he goes up and knocks on the door and tells the boy's mama that he's here to fight him. The boy's mama goes and gets him to the door and says, listen, don't be coming back in here crying to get your butt whooped. Off they go out into the street. And now this is out in the country, y'all. I mean, I say the street, it's farm to market road, okay? And they are duking it out. My baby has no shirt on, and I can hear my daughter's boyfriend and the other boys that age hollering, giving encouraging words. And then I hear another voice that is a grown man voice. The other boy's daddy is out there. Now, y'all, I know I tell y'all we're hillbillies all get out sometime, but listen. No. Nope. But yes, this is what went on. And boy, they was punching. And Keely took a couple of good hits, and then he was throwing haymakers. And he kept knocking the boy down, and he'd get back up, and he'd say, are you done? Are you done? And all this was over the boy talking ugly about my niece and my daughter. And he'd say, no, and the boy's dad would say, you better get up, you better get up. And I was watching this tape dying. I am dying. My husband and I are, James Williams, like, I am dying. And he keeps on until finally he knocks him down again, and Keely says, are you done now? And he says yes. He helps him up. They shake hands and walk off like nothing happened. I'm still floored about this. I'm dying watching this. So James Williams goes on, and I go in there and keep on trying to make pies like a zombie. What the heck? What is my life? What is going on here? Keely gets in, ask him about it. He don't deny it. My daddy knew about it. Y'all, if y'all ever need anything, if y'all need to tell something, my daddy in a former life must have been a priest, because you can tell my daddy anything and he would never tell. Never tell. So if you got anything you need to get off your chest and don't need it released, you can tell my daddy. Because come to find out, he knew, everybody knew, but Denise and James Williams. Denise and James Williams, the parents of Keely Allen, were the only two people in the whole Ellis County who did not know that this had gone on. I was dying. Kids will do the strangest things and not tell. Holy smoke. Holy smoke. It was insane. Now, Keely and that boy are very good friends now. And that's another thing I don't understand about men. I will get over something, but you still ain't never gonna be my best friend. I don't know. They're not best friends, but they're good friends. And I still ain't never gonna let you get in my hip pocket if we've ever got that crossways. No, no. Because if you ever got that crossways with me, there's something about you that I'm like, But guys are not like that. Now they are very good friends. They see each other on the regular. Strange. So strange. There's another rabbit hole, y'all. And I'm probably gonna say your name wrong. Because it's Vivian, V-I-V-A-N. I don't think it's Vivian, I think it's Vivian, but if I say it wrong, I'm sorry. She says she has a niece that is my twin, Sarah. Sarah, I wanna meet you because we're gonna get in a lot of trouble, and I hope somebody has some bail money because we're gonna have so much fun. I have never had a twin, and I'm so excited. I am excited. This has made my life ecstatic. I'm about to live large because I have a twin now, and we're gonna play all the tricks. One of my cousins had 2 sets of twins. Identical girls first, and then a set of fraternal twins, boys and girls. Holy moly, what the heck? Too much for me. Jacqueline said I should turn my Patriotic house, which we'll look at in a minute, into a drum. Anne had sent me hers. Anne had made one of her Patriotic, not the Patriotic house, but another waxing moon house trio into a drum. It's beautiful. So I think that's what I'm gonna do with mine, because that was gorgeous. So great minds think alike, Jacqueline and Ann. Gina, last week celebrated her 44-year anniversary. Girl, you need a parade. A parade with whatever you want to drink and eat nonstop, because holy mackerel, that is an accomplishment. That is an accomplishment for 44 years. Holy smoke. So happy anniversary. A little bit late, but happy anniversary. Peggy asked where I got my magnets. I used to just pick them up at Walmart, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, wherever I was. But since we've been in the lockdown with the Corona team, I have been ordering them off Amazon, and they have them pretty cheap. And I get them the ones that are about the size of a quarter, and they're cheap as all get out on Amazon. So if you're stuck in, you can get them off the Amazon. They'll bring them right to your door. And Sharon, I've got to look this up. She says in Arizona they have the cardinals, but they're real orangey. And I guess maybe it's because the sandiness of the background or something. I've got to look that up because I found that fascinating. So thank you, Sharon. Sherry mentioned this in one of her comments that we're talking about. She had a masquerade wedding. The judge in town did a masquerade wedding for her and her husband after all the little kids were through trick-or-treating in town. I stinking love it. I love it. I love Halloween and I love dressing up, and I think that is the most fun thing ever. So, fabulousness. Fabulousness, Sherry. Okay, Jennifer asked what lamp I use. Y'all, I'm gonna try to turn you here and probably gonna mess everything up. I use that lamp right there. It is just a regular lamp. It's just a lamp. I've got one in my cart. I've looked at mine, one that has like a magnifying, that you look through, and I'm thinking about that. But this is just a regular lamp I use, but it does come, like I'm stitching and it sits right here. So the light is right down over. So, it comes right down and the light goes right down on my stitching. So that's, for me, is what I think is important. It needs an arm or a neck on it that you can get it right over your stitching for you to be able to see really good. It needs to be right over your stitching. So that is, for me, what works, because when I bought these, because I have one in my bedroom, I have one in here, I have one that I carry with me that is a little fold-up one. It's not very little, but I just put it in a suitcase. But I didn't know about lights or any of that stuff. And so I just bought these, and I just needed one with an arm that would stick the light out over. So it's just a regular lamp. Ernie is looking for a home for the holidays. Evidently, it has become hard to find too. So if anybody's LNS has home for the holidays, or you see it anywhere, or you have one you're done with, holler, because Ernie is looking for home for the holidays. So Mary Jo wants the Christmas, Lizzie Kate Christmas ABCs, and Ernie is looking for the home for the holidays book. So, and Kimberly said that she attaches her scissors with a magnet on her clipboard. So here's a clipboard in here. I have to turn it around because I've got a pattern on it. But so she would just, here, I guess I can just flip this up like this. No, goodness gracious. So I'm gonna do this, but you can just glue a little magnet up here, or even on the back, wherever. Just glue your magnet on, and then your scissors will stick, your little scissors will stick on your clipboard. So I thought that was a really good idea. And Judy said she puts out cardinals at Christmas time to remember her loved ones. And I thought that was a great idea. I loved that put little cardinals around to remember your loved ones by Christmas. So I love that idea too, Judy. And I don't even know, y'all, did I ever say this is Flosstube 35? And this is August 14th. Holy smoke, probably not. It'll be in the title. So I think that is running through all the questions and answers. I do have, which I probably put it so far over here my arm can't reach. Stretch. From Miss Amy. If y'all don't watch her, Amy sent me a beautiful card this week, and I'm just gonna flash it, but like this. Beautiful card that has talked to me about just being nice. She was so nice, a sweet card about sharing, and she is sweet. But her floss tube is called Miss M-I-S-S Flossy, F-L-O-S-S-Y. She shows some beautiful fun stuff. She hasn't been stitching for 1,000 years. So if you are kind of new, or if you haven't been finishing or things like this, she's great to watch because she hasn't been doing it for 1,000 years. So you don't have to feel like, well, of course she does that. She's been doing it since the dawn of time, like me. But she hasn't. She's fairly new to stitching. So she shows beautiful things, and she sent this beautiful card, and they're from Hands Across the Sea. Hands Across the Sea Samplers does these cards. And then, so this on the front, it has a little cutout of this. This one has this. So on the back is the pattern for this little section right here. So it's genius and a beautiful card. So thank you, Miss Amy. Now, haul this week. Here again, I have to stretch. I have stuff drawn all over the world here today. I had contacted Shelly to see if she could get this, and she couldn't. So Drawn Thread, the drawnthread.com online, they have the kit, the Welcome Autumn. Here is Welcome Autumn by the Drawn Thread, and it's from drawnthread.com, and that's Welcome Summer, and I did Welcome Spring. So I contacted Shelly, and she said, no, they're only available through the store itself, through drawnthread.com. And so it comes with the linen. I hope I can get the glare off that. Maybe right there. The linen and all the silk threads in here. Enough silk threads so you get the chart, the linen, and the silk threads. I'm probably gonna change out this brown to a blue, just because I think it needs something on the other side of the color spectrum, either blue or a plummy purple, but that's just me. But it is beautiful. The piece of linen looks nice, and it's like 30 bucks. So if you're wanting to stick your toe into, this will probably have a little bit of specialty stitch in it, not much, and it has linen in it, and it has the silk threads. So if you're wanting to try something a little different, this isn't a huge chart, and I think they are 216 by 30. So 30 stitches high and 216 long. So it's not a big chart, and it's not full coverage at all. This might be a good way to go to try all those things at one time. You cannot get it from your LNS though. That made me sad because I wanted to order it, but Shelly said that you only can get them. So of course then when I was in there ordering that, I saw this. And I'm gonna try to get it really close, and I don't know if it'll focus or not. but you can look it up. It's called Simply Autumn, Simply Samplers, Simply Autumn by the Drawn Thread. And they have one for every month, and you can do them in a big piece like that. I'm gonna do mine separate, but it is very, very pretty. The colors are pretty. It has a little bit of satin stitch in it, and I'm not sure what else. I think maybe just satin stitch in this one. But I love their charts. I love the specialty stitches, but that might be a way to go if you're wanting to try some of those things without a big money commitment. That's, you know, somewhat manageable. So for what it's worth, there's that. Whips. First we will do, I did just a few stitches on May Health and Peace. I kind of focused on one thing to get it this week, so you'll see in a minute. May Health and Peace, and the only place I know to get this is the Stitch Niche in Arlington. It's May Health and Peace, Attend Your Days by Miladys Needle. It is beautiful. I joined it as a Sal, and then Corona came in, poop. So we haven't been getting to meet up or anything. And I've just been trying to pace myself and not rush through it because it's huge. And these are the threads. All these pretty colored threads that go with it. And then it's a biggie. So let's see, I guess I forget about this close. So all I really got was I finished the gold on here. I had a piece of thread hanging and I finished the gold on here. And it is so, so pretty. Every week I tell y'all I love this blue. I can't think what color it is, let me see. 336. It's a DMC 336 and I stinking love that blue. It is so, 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 so pretty. So it has beautiful colors in it. I'm just taking my time with it and enjoying it and not rushing. And it is fun and fabulous. So that is May Health and Peace, Attend Your Days by Miladys Needle. I just did the DMC conversion. It's week style work, 28 count linen on that one. Then I have my Patriotic house, which I worked on it a little this week. This one here, it was a gift from Ann and Nikki, and I'm having so much fun with it. And here are, I didn't have the right colors, so I just picked these. So I'm just having lots of fun stitching along with this guy. So I got half a house built. I was hoping to build a whole house this week, but I didn't get a whole house built. I only got half a house built here. So here we go. Man, I'm dark today, I feel like. Sorry, y'all. I think I have my light in the wrong place over there. I have just half of this, well, a little bit more than half, but I don't have the windows or anything done on it. So this is the last house in it, and this is the one that I think Jacqueline and Ann, was it Jacqueline? Oh my gosh. Yes, Jacqueline and Ann said I should turn into a drum, and that's a genius idea, and I think that's what I'll do because it is so, so, so cute. And I just did a floss toss on it. It's none of the called for colors because I didn't have them. Maybe the used brick. They may have called for used brick on this, and that's what I used, and y'all know I love me some used brick. So this little guy's coming right along. It has a tree here and here. I finished the tree here and here, this, and then has a birdhouse here. It has the word America. It has some quilt stars up here, and then it has a flag over this house. So it doesn't lack too much to be finished. But I stitched on it some, and I was really enjoying it. And then I have one more whip. My Wild Hedgerow house. So Wild Hedgerow house is here. And I'm not using any of the colors. That's not any of that really my colorway. And so I'm switching everything up just because that's me. And like I said, I'm doing a complete floss toss on it as I go. So this I used, Freedom is my border. This is Be Stitch Me Toast is the fabric. I love it. And then these are, I got a couple of leaves done. I've nearly got my whole border done, but Nell, I didn't get it all finished. I was gonna go all the way around in honor of Nell, who always does her whole border first. And I'm too chicken for that. And I just chickened out and didn't do it. And then I've got about half of that flower done, the first flower in the corner. I'm just doing it in the leaves so I can start on the ABCs in the center, because that's what I want to do, because I can't wait to do the ABCs. So I worked on it a little bit, but my main focus this week was on my summer ABCs, because I want to have it up before the end of summer. So summer ABCs, and I feel like I've been working on it forever, but I think it's only been 3 weeks. By Little House Needleworks, and I was not going to use any of the same things because, here again, this just isn't my colors. That's just not me. So I did, I just tossed a bunch of colors on, and boy, does this look like a hot mess. I was trying not to use a whole lot of colors, and then I had to go get, my limeade had to be like super green. So I went and got that. And I had to go get a white because the white wasn't showing up on this. This is a Jobelan. I'm sitting here trying to think which Jobelan it is. I have a problem with Jobelan because it's stretchy, and that gets on my nerves. This is Lamb's Wool Jobelan. Jobelan is stretchy, this stretchy longwise, but not crosswise the way I'm using this piece. It only is super stretchy one way. And to me, that makes it harder to finish. So it's not my favorite thing to work on, but I had it in my stash. So I changed my A. They had A for apples. And so I just put some flowers up here and changed instead of A for apples, I did B for blooms. She had F for fireflies. I changed my F to flags. So I just put a little American flag here, and then I put a Texas flag here, and then even though our bluebonnets bloom in the spring, not the summer, I love our bluebonnets under the state flag. So I did a Texas flag and bluebonnets, and they're just little, I don't know if it'll show up. They're just done with little French knots on there. I should have done the French knots on my American flag with one thread in retrospect, but yeah, well. Then I changed the colors of my ice creams. They had mainly white and brown, and then I put a mint chocolate chip ice cream in because, well, yum. And what else? Oh, and they had lemonades. She had lemonade, and I changed it to limeades because we get limeades here all the time. I don't know why. We put lime in our beer. We drink limeades. We just do. I don't know why we use more limes than lemon here. So I made mine limeades instead of lemonade because we drink limeades all the time. But I had to get a brighter green to show off my limes. So there are my limeades instead of my lemonade. Picnics, I left the same in the house and everything. The watermelon, I left the same and all like this. And I told you I was gonna do something weird, different with my X. My X says, I don't know if I can get around here and remember what I wrote. Extra weird, extra lonely, extra scary, 2020. And then my B skip is the same. I decided that, I went back and forth about it in the beginning, and then I decided I do want to remember that I stitched this during this year, this weirdness, and that my survival rate for this so far is 100%, so go me. This is a weird time, and I think we need to remember when we have weird things and that we make it out on the other side of the weird things. So there we go. So I have extra weird, extra lonely, extra scary 2020. So that's what I do with my X. I did extra and then put those words in. So that's where I changed up the pattern for me to suit me better. And I am super happy with it. And I've got the little piece of mat board behind it. I'll FFO it this weekend and get it done. But that was the reason I didn't work on my other pieces as much this week, because I really wanted to push and finish this guy off. So summer ABCs is finished, yay. And I love stitching on it, but I wanted to get it up for at least a few weeks before summer was over. And I'm having the kids over on Sunday for just to eat and hang out. We'll be out in the pool and everything. We'll be outside and kind of be apart from each other, but I want this done for that. So here we go. So their summer ABCs is a finish. So I do have a finish this week. And that chart will be our share, one of our shares this week. But now we need to do all of our shares from the 4,000 subscriber giveaway. So there's a lot of these. So the PDF of the Patriotic House. So switch. There was a PDF download of Patriotic House that one of y'all was sweet enough to share. Like I said, I've never known if I'm supposed to say house names or not. So, and it will be emailed from her directly to you. The Patriotic House Trio PDF file goes to Crystal Smith Colburn. Crystal Smith Colburn, you won the PDF of the Patriotic House Trio. You got the share of it, okay? So that's the one down. I've got little notes to make sure I don't skip anything on here. Ugh. Okay, then lots of y'all were interested in Anne's beautiful quilt book, which I can imagine because it is gorgeous. The I Can't Believe It's Not Piecing by our Ann Seeley and her sister Joyce. But Ann Seeley is in our group here, and she is fabulous and sweet and kind. And she sent, I bought one of these and she sent me a signed one. So I'm gifting the one, since I have two, I wanted to give this one. She does have some other copies if any of y'all are interested in this. She does have, this is the only one of her books she has some left of, but she does have some of this one. So it went to Cleta Waldron. You won the I Can't Believe It's Not Piecing. And like I said, it has, look at these things. These quilts in here are just gorgeous. So, fabulousness. So Cleta Waldron, you got the share on the I Can't Believe It's Not Piecing. So y'all email me, contact me to let me know how to get these things to y'all. Okay, then there were two Halloween Quaker charts from the Heart Needle Art by Wendy. They will be coming straight from Shelly. But y'all need to get me your address so I can get it to Shelly at Just Stitching so she can send them to y'all. They will go to Elizabeth Corsini and Lisa Munchausen. I hope I didn't butcher y'all's name. But Elizabeth Corsini and Lisa Munchausen, y'all are the share recipients of Halloween Quaker from the Heart Needle Art by Wendy. So cute. It's so cute. So get your address to me, you guys. Then we have Quaker Pumpkin from Hello by Liz Matthews. Y'all, I'm telling you, I'm all about the Quaker pumpkins this year. Because there's Quaker pumpkins in the Halloween Quaker. I'm all about it this year. The two people for it are Zan Lancettle and Needle PT Master and Zan Lancettle are the share recipients of Quaker Pumpkin. So y'all holler at me and give me your address. Now, the project bag from Atlanta Stitcher. So this was one, she's gonna send you a fall one. These bags are beautiful. I put my, look at there, it's so beautiful. And fully lined, it's quilted. I rub them, I'll sit around and touch them because they're so nice. It is gonna come, Wendy will ship it straight from her. And it goes to Linda Akers. So Linda, let me know your address so I can get that to you. Then, and I'm trying to hurry y'all, and I have a question on this one when we get to it. Lori was sweet enough to send the two cardinals, two of these patterns, and all the threads. She was so precious. She sent me a set, and then she sent 2 sets to share. Y'all just choked me up, but the cardinal with the thread, the chart and the threads will go to Debbie Barney and Nancy Carter. So y'all let me know your address and get this so I can get these in the mail to y'all. The other thing, I'm thinking about doing mine on mine. This is Coffee Club by Stitch Me. And I'm thinking about doing mine on here. What do y'all think? I may have to change up my wording a little bit over here. My words may not show up, so I may have to change the words. But this is such a beautiful piece of fabric, and I'm thinking about doing my cardinal on this. It's Be Stitch Me Coffee Club. So y'all let me know what y'all think, if y'all think that'll show up good on there or not. So y'all holler at me about that. Then this week's shares are Summer ABCs, and then I realized that I had not ever shared, this I think came from Patience. She was so sweet to send it to me, the Liberty Angel. So this week's shares are Summer ABCs and Liberty Angel. So y'all, if you want these shares, say, if you want this one, say ABCs, and if you want this one, say Angel. So ABCs, Angel on here. So let me know if you're interested in those in your comments. Make sure you use those words. Subscribe, like, all the things on there. And y'all get with me about addresses so I can get these in the mail to y'all. I need to go pick up my little cherubs there with their mama at the office, and I'm sure she's on calls and it's probably getting rowdy down there. So thank y'all for hanging out with me. Thank y'all for being here all this whole time since September when I started doing this. Y'all don't know how much I appreciate y'all's friendship. I love your comments. I look so forward to it because, like I said, I don't have any stitchy friends. None of my friends group stitch. So y'all are my only stitchy sisters, and that means a lot to me. So y'all enjoy your stitching this weekend. I hope I didn't forget anything. If so, we'll cover it next week. And oh, if I ever don't answer y'all, send it try on another format, Instagram, Facebook, here, or just send it again, because if I don't ever not mean to answer you. So if I don't ever answer y'all, I found out I missed somebody's comment like a while back. It was not a comment, actually they like messaged me and I missed it somehow. So if I ever do that, y'all, I don't mean to do that. So just keep on at me because something has happened, I've missed it somehow because, well, I'm all over the place. So enjoy your stitching and I will see y'all next week. Bye.